Imagine you're launching a startup or running a team project. You want Claude AI to act more like an extension of your brain, following your brand voice, handling Excel spreadsheets exactly the way your finance team likes, and making PowerPoint decks that follow your style guide without you repeating instructions over and over. That's what Anthropic's new skills for Claude promises. It's not just another feature. It's potentially a big shift in how AI works for real teams, not just casual users. Skills is a system of folders that include instructions, scripts, and resources that Claude can load only when needed to help with specialized or repeatable tasks. For example, the skill might include a brand guideline PDF, templates, or even code snippets. So when the task involves your brand style, Claude knows exactly what rules to follow. When you ask for a spreadsheet report, Claude can pull in your finance workflow, apply your formatting rules, check for anomalies, all because you taught it via skill. This feature is available to Claude users on Pro, Max, Team, and Enterprise plans. But to use skills, you also need to enable code execution and file creation capabilities. If you want custom skills or to share them across your team or organization, admins need to enable skills at the workspace or organization level. So how does skills actually work? Here's the breakdown. Claude checks your message to see if any of your skills match the task. If the request is create Q3 budget report, Claude might see finance workflow skill, Excel templating skill, and brand style skill all match. Then Claude loads only the necessary resources from those skills templates, formatting instructions, maybe script code. It doesn't load everything all the time, so Claude stays fast. Skills are composable. That means you can combine multiple skills for one task. Maybe your task needs finance formatting plus company brand guidelines plus project management vocabulary. Claude can bring all those together. Skills are portable. If you build a skill on Claude Code or via the API, or as a custom one in the workspace, you can use it across any Claude product, Claude app, Claude Code, or API. Build once, use everywhere. Skills are efficient, only what's needed gets loaded. This preserves Claude's performance and avoids overloading with context. Skills can include executable code for cases where performance or precision matters. For example, a PDF skill might include a Python script to extract form fields, or a script to generate an Excel file with formulas, rather than relying on text-generated placeholders. This gives reliability, especially in rules-based tasks. Why is this big? Because one of the biggest friction points with AI tools has always been consistency and custom context. You tell Claude something once, and 6 months later you have to re-explain your style. Or the spreadsheet formats are off, or the output doesn't follow your internal conventions. Skills lets organizations encode that context, once brand rules, formatting, specialized workflows, and then let Claude remember and apply them. For example, companies like Box, Canva, and Rakuten are early users. Box uses skills to transform stored files into branded presentations and spreadsheets. Canva is using skills to ensure its internal teams can quickly generate design content that follows their style without manual oversight. Rakuten is streamlining finance workflows. What used to take a full day on spreadsheets now takes an hour using skill automated templates and checks. Custom skills also bring huge power to domain-specific tasks. Legal firms can have a skill for contract review with their internal clauses. Marketing agencies can have a skill for brand voice plus logo usage. Product teams can have skills that enforce product spec templates. Instead of rewriting instructions each time, Claude picks up the correct skill. Let's talk about how you build your own skill. Anthropic provides a skill creator, skill that walks you through building one. You answer questions about your workflow, desired folder structure, instructions, and resources. A skill, MD file, defines how Claude should apply it, when to use it, what files and scripts it includes, what instructions matter. You bundle all relevant resources, templates, scripts, guidelines inside a folder, zip it, upload it via settings greater than capabilities. Then you toggle it on. If you're in a team or enterprise workspace, admins can enable or distribute skills organization-wide. On the developer side, there's an API endpoint, V1 skills, so developers can manage skills programmatically, versioning, UPDATs, etc. If you have Claude Code, or you're using the Messages API with code execution enabled, you can include custom skills in your requests, so outputs reflect the workflows encoded in those skills. That means that the output from Claude isn't just good text. It is aligned with your template's brand, custom business logic. There are also considerations. Since skills can include executable code, you need to be careful about trust and security. Only install skills from trusted sources. Review skill, MD content, scripts, and dependencies. Be cautious when skills might connect to external network resources or have access to sensitive files. Org-level policies may need to control who can upload skills and what permissions they get. Another issue, context window size. If elaborate, many skills might cause context or memory bloat if not well designed. Claude's design uses progressive disclosure. That means metadata is loaded always, but full resource loading only when tasks warrant it. This helps with speed and avoids overwhelming Claude with irrelevant context. Let's imagine real lives changed by skills. Suppose you're a manager tracking weekly sales across regions. You've built a skill that uses your company's regional Excel templates, color-coded charts, your region names, your Excel macro scripts. On Monday mornings, you simply ask Claude, generate the weekly regional sales deck. Claude loads your sales template skill, brand style skill, charting skill, and produces a polished PowerPoint with charts, your region names, color scheme, and commentary. No copy pasting between templates, no manual formatting fixes. That's hours saved. Over weeks and months, that adds up to massive productivity gains. For knowledge workers, this is huge. Lawyers, finance teams, designers, content creators, they often repeat the same rules over and over. Skills let them encode those rules once and trust Claude to follow them. For startups, this translates into faster iteration, cleaner outputs, less rework. For organizations, it means standardization and fewer inconsistencies. But what are the long-term implications? Skills may begin a shift toward AI assistants that are not just reactive, but behaviorally locked into your workflows. They could reduce dependence on manual training of employees on internal roles. They could permit orgs to scale operations with fewer errors. They might change what we expect from AI, not just help me write, but help me do with minimal correction. Also, from a business perspective, skills give Anthropic a strong competitive edge. While many AI assistants offer templates or plugins or custom prompt features, few package scripts plus structured resources plus automation logic plus intelligent load on demand in a way that works across API plus agent plus app contexts. Skills make Claude more of a platform, one where users and organizations build not just prompts, but durable workflows. We should also consider how this fits into the broader trend, AI agents. Skills is part of making agents useful and production task-aware, context-aware, reliable. Other companies like OpenAI, Microsoft, Google are pushing for similar ideas, custom agents, specialized APIs, tools integration. Skills puts Anthropic in the game with something that is flexible, secure, and usable now, not just in experiments. Of course, there are challenges ahead. Adoption will depend on ease of creating skills, good documentation, community examples, marketplace of trusted skills, governance in orgs, handling version drift when workflows or brand rules change, and ensuring privacy. There's also licensing and IP of scripts and maintaining performance when many skills are present. Looking ahead, Anthropic has said they're working on simplifying skill creation, enabling enterprise-wide deployment, and making it easier to share skills across teams. Perhaps soon skills will include self-learning components, where Claude watches your usage and suggests or even builds its own skills based on observed workflows. Imagine Claude noticing your repeated formatting errors and building a skills package to fix them. In the end, Claude Skills may turn out to be one of the most useful innovations in AI workflows this year. For users, it means less repetition, more consistency, more trust. For organizations, faster output, fewer mistakes, and more standardization. For the future, it signals a move toward AI assistants that are deeply customizable, efficient, and embedded in real work. So whether you're a solo user, a startup founder, or part of a large team, trying out skills for Claude is not just an experiment. It may well be the difference between using AI and leveraging AI. The question now is, what skills will you build? What workflows will you automate? Templates lock in, guidelines encode? Because when Claude learns your rules, your work does less. And that is a shift worth paying attention to.